I'm here for SWLondoner outside the Thames Boat Club in Putney, where in just a few hours these banks will be packed full of people gathered to watch the 160th boat race between Oxford and Cambridge. Perhaps the event in the British sporting calendar most steeped in tradition, the boat race is finally accepting changes next year that will see it brought into the modern era. From 2015, the women's boat race will take place on the same 7-kilometre stretch of the Tideway in southwest London as the men's race, for the first time in the event's 185-year history. Current Oxford women's cox Erin Wysocki-Jones is delighted rowing is embracing the trend towards gender equality in the UK.
It's a really big step forward for women's rowing. Obviously it's great for Oxford and Cambridge to be racing on the championship course, but for women's rowing in general it's a great step towards equality between men and women in rowing and in sport generally.
Oxford's women recorded their 6th victory in 7 years at Henley last week, and their coach, Christine Wilson, is excited about the new opportunity the move offers to female athletes.
The move to the Tideway in 2015 is extremely significant for women's rowing, but almost more importantly is the opportunity that it models for women and girls in professional worlds and sporting worlds. Now, young girls everywhere around the world can actually have an additional goal that they can reach for and dream about, and I think that that's pretty special.
Following the success of female rowers at London's Olympics, public interest in women's rowing is at an all-time high. Spectators at this year's race were thrilled that the women will be joining the men next year.
It's been a long time coming, and it will improve the standard as well. It will attract more international athletes, so yeah, good all round.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I was quite surprised that it wasn't on the same day to start off with.
People don't even know that there's a women's boat race, so it's going to be really good.
More investment in women's rowing has led to a greater media interest and even a new trophy being commissioned for the women's race to match that of the men's. Current Oxford rower and British Olympic medalist Constantine Louloudis agrees the women deserve their place at the Tideway.
We're absolutely thrilled to be welcoming the women to the Tideway. A lot of us went down to watch them race at Henley last week for the last time. I think it's fair to say in the last few years that system has made such big improvements. They've come on leaps and bounds, and they've more than justified the standard of that race, and they've shown that they're ready to, make this step.
The countdown begins then until next year, when the women's crews will cross the finish line here in Mortlake for the very first time. The move has certainly been well received by everyone here today, and this time next year the rest of Britain will undoubtedly be celebrating gender equality on one of sport's greatest stages. This is Jack Miller for SWLondoner.